Okay. I like when you do that. I like the way that you make sure that the people that you interview are seen well. It's a really good thing. I've never seen anybody do that before. It's really good.
So thank you for accepting my request and accepting to be on my show, like all the people, all the great people who are there, and you added one more great person in my collection.
Thank you.
So I thought to introduce you to my audience.
Okay.
So can you please introduce yourself to my audience and to the world who is watching and listening to you?
Oh my goodness. Okay. So hi, my name's Natalie. I represent an organization called Coded Carbon, which I'm trying to build, which is for people like myself that are changing profession, getting into like development, cloud computing, the technological world, people who and maybe not typically looked at as somebody who's a techie person. For instance, I have a deep belief that I'm neurodivergent, and it wouldn't necessarily, I'd be more considered somebody who's a creative, but I have like a really nerdy side that I just want to introduce to the world. And like, I shout out to all my nerds around the world, like, we literally are keeping things going. And so, yeah, and to learn and to meet new people and to grow. Like, I'm fascinated with people, with culture, with travel. These things make my heart sing and occupy my very chaotic brain and make me very happy.
So you're from?
So I was born and raised in the UK. Originally born in a place called Birmingham, which is in a region called the West Midlands. So it's kind of, you're getting into the central part of the country. Um, and then I now reside in a place called Croydon, which is an outlying sort of area of London, Greater London. But London's like mad expensive to live, so it's a bit um, more doable to live in Croydon.
So you started an organization called Coded Carbon.
I'm in the process of starting it. I do believe that it's important for people to own their copyright, own their intellectual property. Seeing people building brands off, off things, and the whole reason like behind the name, basically coding and coded is obviously for the coding, but the carbon part is because carbon's an essential building block for human life. So it's basically about bringing the kind of coding technological virtual world to the real analog world of human people. So yeah.
So you are a cloud practitioner also, AWS cloud practitioner.
Yeah, I achieved my AWS Cloud Practitioner certificate in September of 2020. So, which was even more special because it was like during the first part of, well, no, the second part of lockdown. It meant something, it really, in the UK, because we're just about starting to open up, and I'm aware that things are like kind of very stressful at the moment in India, to our family in India who I have thoughts with. I contracted COVID, or a COVID related difficulty at the start of the year, so very much it's something that's dear to my heart. um so yeah, it's really important, especially the way that the world is changing now. As a result of it, I think it's important, and I also respect. On a global stage, India is being respected so much when it comes to tech, when it comes to like you guys' ability to just understand, take on, and really like encompass tech, IT, like. I'm learning from you guys. I'm telling you.
So, do you have a technical background?
No, well, yes and no. My background is 18 years youth work. The way that I got into youth work was from sound engineering and music technology. So that's where the technology comes in. So I've been in the studio, manipulating frequencies and sound. Um, so recording, mixing, that kind of thing. And that was my route into youth work. And I've been a youth worker for 18 years, worked in a youth centre, one youth centre for 7 years in the studio, and the other one was for 5 years in the studio, but both at the same time. Like it was just one of the best times in my life was doing the two things I loved, which was music and working with young people at the same time. It didn't even feel like work. It was amazing. So that's where the kind of, but it was always other producers and engineers and stuff. With the nerdy ones among us would sit down and say, actually, it's the nerdy aspects, sitting down and understanding how the computer works and how to put this, not necessarily code. It wasn't at a coding level, but this UI and this UI, how it works to be able to create this outcome, like in terms of manipulating sound and frequencies. So it was always there. And then I always wanted to know, well, how does that work? And how does that work? And what's behind that? So now to be able to start to see, oh, so if you type this and this and this, now you can create like a container, a page. Like to me, that is just fascinating. Like, oh my God, it just, yeah, it's wonderful.
So your previous was different from what you're doing now.
Yeah, completely. This has been a complete career shift, like I say, because in terms of youth work now, when the pandemic hit, and working in youth centres and among young people, when the lockdown happened, that meant that work slowed right down because everybody's now locked into their houses, kind of thing, so to speak, and quarantined. So then that meant like, well, then what is the future for that? So the youth centre that I'm currently working at, um, we had to figure out how to put activities online. And then that made me think, well, if we to still engage with young people or whichever service user it is, if we're now figuring out how to go from the classroom or the center or the physical contact, how do we go from that to giving a similar or the same experience but now virtually? And then that's what made me think, well, I'm in my 40s and I would consider myself analog. What I really, it made me really realize that I have to figure out how to now traverse and move myself into the digital realm, and while bringing in aspects of the analog, but how to actually navigate this realm instead of being left behind, and just having that understanding. And because I have that curiosity, that childlike curiosity, so it was a complete shift and just like re-educating myself, and so to maybe find a way that I can help to steer people, like I say, like myself. Doesn't matter the age. It could be a young person, could be a person who's middle-aged like myself. So I'm technically a grandma. um, how to be able to manage, because actually the young people that are born after me, they know so much more. And because I'm used to working with young people, I want to be able to converse in the language that they're conversing, whether that's street slang, whether that's music, whether that's coding and technology. I want to be able to keep up with that because that's what helps to keep me a bit young too.
So this shifting, how much time it took for you to understand, the shifting? You're not a tech person before, but now you changed your job. So how much time it took for you to understand? And I'm understanding that you are very quick in understanding things, because I came to know that you can explain AWS services than the person who is into the tech from long time.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Thank you. Okay, so my journey started, I believe it was on the 26th or the 23rd of July 2020 was when I started learning. Like, I knew the basics of HTML. If I could watch somebody and follow along. But I mean, in terms of learning, literally I started July, the end of July last year. And when I was able to um, acquire my AWS certification, even though I know that I have to be able to specify it into roles to be able to be, come out of a junior role, um, it just kind of fired me up to say, well, if I could learn this in this period of time, and there's so much more to learn. And then, so October, November, December, I was sort of just trying to figure out my way because I was like, okay, is it DevOps? Is it SysOps? Is it architecture? Is it, development and programming? Like, is it UX, UI? Like, because I found it all fascinating. It's just like literally nourishing to my brain and my soul. But then in January, I contracted COVID. So then January, February, I was starting to heal. And then in the end of March, I attempted my solutions exam. I failed it, which at first I was completely gutted. But then when I got the results back and I looked at the mark, say I wasn't far off. I wasn't far off at all. I know I can do it. I know. And then, like I say, to be able to explain again makes me realize that I've grasped more than I gave myself credit for. Does that make sense?
I got you. So, at last, do you have anything to say to the tech world who is watching you and who is listening to from anywhere on this planet?
Yes. I would like to say that first of all, to those that have gone before me, thank you. Thank you for creating something so amazing that has the scope to help and make so many lives better. Something that allows people to have a better quality of life and to empower people from different walks of life, because I'm living proof that it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what your socio-economic status is, from you can understand the concepts and be able to implement them. You either can do it or you can't, kind of thing. You can improve on that. So that's the first thing. The second thing, apart from the thank you, but also I would like to ask, for those of you that are really a lot further along in your journey with technology and development, etc., please remember what it was like when you started. Some people are really helpful, and to those that are, you can tell who it is and who isn't, because they're really, really, like, they take the time to explain, or they don't expect you to just know. Some people can be very words that I don't want to say on your broadcast, because I know your people, them are probably not that kind of people, but they're just a bit, and I tend to block those. And but no, I just want to say that the main thing I want to say is thank you, and that there's a big world out there. If it's something that you are not sure about, like I say, try out the labs. There's a lot of free courses, and utilize the fact that during lockdown, um, there has been opportunities to dip your toe in and taste it, see if it's for you, and then commit to it. If it's for you, commit, because every action that you take has great rewards. And like this interview and connecting with you, Sai, has been one of the signs to say, you know what, yeah, you're on the right path. I mean, it's just been a full moon yesterday, and certain things that I said I wanted to release during the full moon has made room for this to happen right now, and it's very powerful.
So as a deep thinker, as a good observer, as a person who is into different subjects from long time, what do you say about my work? Have you seen any videos of mine on YouTube, and what do you think about it?
Yeah, when you spoke to me, when you reached out the other day, I was just like, you know what, I better go and check this guy out, just have a look and what have you. The first thing, which being somebody that is first very analog and very deeply spiritual, or I think I am, I like to think I am, your way of interacting with people is amazing. You make people feel very comfortable. You're very empowering. Like I can't believe like that we're just having this conversation. It feels so free and easy. And something tells me that even though you don't talk about yourself that much, which I would love to actually invite you for an interview as well. So that's in there. Please trust and believe me. Something tells me that you are an absolute genius wizard, yeah, at this tech thing, and I can tell from that beautiful smile that it's true, yeah. But there's such a humility with you, and I'm thinking like, how does this person be so amazing but so chill at the same time? When there's people who know less, who are so far up their own backside that it's just like I can't even speak to them. I mean, can I ask how old are
How much do you think?
you? I say you're about maybe 21, 22, if that.
I'm 29.
What?
I'm 29 and I completed masters in software engineering.
You see? Oh, that's so funny. Not in a bad way. That's just like, wow. I knew. A master's, not even just a regular degree. Like, so that's master's. And then there's a step before masters, isn't there?
Yeah, the
Wow.
graduation. Yeah.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. See what I mean? Like, I know that I was in the presence of genius. Wow. Wow. Okay. That's really made me evaluate. I need to, yeah, we need to, yeah, I'm just actually, wow. So yeah, you're definitely one of my leaders that has made, like when I was talking about people that know a lot more, that have gone before, that remember the way that you interact with people is as if you remember when you was first starting out. Like, wow. That's actually floored me a lot, man. Yo, salute, man. Wow.
It's my pleasure to have you on my show. But if even if one person changes that way of thinking or improves themselves or improves their skills by seeing your experience, by seeing your knowledge, maybe for someone from Sri Lanka or someone from Russia or England, somewhere, you are England, US or Canada, from anywhere, people may know you and can understand how the way you understood things and how the way you made things possible, and how you might be you may be inspiration for them. The experiences that you have, the people may not have the same experiences, so they will learn a lot from you. uh, some points may be new. For example, I learned a lot from you from last the time that we have spent. So it improves myself and it improves the way I should think. How I have to think like this person. I have to improve myself like this person. I have to learn something that you have, I may not have. So like that, we grow. I believe that. So that it is completely my pleasure. You accepted my request, even we didn't met before. You When I requested you, you accepted it, and you decided to be on my show. Just seeing the videos of the people who are already into my show, but you are an amazing person. You are amazing. That's why you met an amazing person.
I'm very humbled, and like it takes an amazing person to recognize it and bring it out in people, and sometimes help them to see what they don't even see in themselves. I'm very humbled right now. Thank you, Sai. Wow, wow. I'm actually speechless. Ah, hmm, interesting. Sorry.
So I'm telling to my audience that this person comes to again to my show, explaining the AWS services. This person already have contributed knowledge about EC2, S3, and one more
I
service,
am.
IAM, already, and I'm going to upload that video with this video. So I'm sure you will learn a lot from this person.
Thank you. As we say in from like my roots are African and Jamaican, so I say when I'm speaking from the heart, after speaking Patois, I say salute my boss. So, wow, wow. I'm still back. Like even all now, I'm still baffled. Like for one, I thought I was speaking to a kid for one. For two, I'm just like I knew that he was a genius. Like, no, I'm still yeah. I'm not really making much sense now. Wow. I'm actually also an introvert, which is so funny. You might not think it, but I am actually like when you see my shoulders coming up, that's the shyness coming out and stuff. Wow, 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 wow. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good, huh? Signs. Sometimes you just have to listen for the signs. That's the analog part that I try and bring to what I'm doing. Wow. I'm really just like, sorry, like I would really like to interview you because actually, I don't, I don't know if I know anyone that has a master's in like and the kind of qualifications that you have. I don't know. There's one person who I'm gonna go and check with and ask, but like, wow. To me, that's huge because I don't have any formal qualifications, not anything recognizable. I can learn very quickly, I can apply what I learn. But apart from my AWS, I don't have anything formal at all. Not even with 18 years youth work. I usually work based on my merits. So this is it's to me, I find it phenomenal in terms of discipline, structure, ability to be able to complete these things, especially in that kind of field. To me, that's impressive, really impressive, really impressive. All right, I'm going to shut up now. I'm just waffling, aren't I?
But you know what? You said about AWS services better than me. I don't think I can explain the services like you because I have a huge IT background. But the way you're saying me drawn the attention of mine. I just didn't change the direction of my eyeballs. I was looking at the screen while you are explaining the AWS services. The clarity that you have on each and every thing which is there on the screen, which made me feel like I have to become like this person. I have to do, I have to be like this person so that I can do better in my tech job. So, so you are an amazing person. Without having a tech background, you did, the people will see. I will upload that video. People will see and people will know the way you explained, and it's very useful. And you are you know You're an inspiration for me. I will never forget you in my life.
So I think you're stuck with me now. I don't think you realise, but you're stuck with me now. You definitely stuck with me. Your sister in England.
Next week Wednesday, I'll come with more services with this person, and this person is going to explain more services in detail. I'm sure that will be useful for you and useful for us, both of us. It will improve the skills of us. So thank you very
Okay.
much again for your valuable time and spending your valuable information and knowledge to my audience.
Salute, my boss. Thanks for having me. Um, and yeah, I'm looking forward to next week. I will give it my utmost best. Thank you so much. And shouts out to your audience. May you all have a peaceful day or evening. Yeah. Namaste.
Can I put this video and audio clip on my YouTube channel, social media, internet, podcast, website, everywhere with your permission?
Yes, you definitely have permission to do so.
Yeah. Keep going, keep doing what you love and make people happy.
Thank you. You too, right, boss.
Yeah. Bye.